27th of June, it is 7 p.m. British summertime, and that can mean only one thing. MRC Bash Wars, the return of the No, not Return of the Banshee. No, that was the really bad sequel. But we are at Tier 2 action, coming to you live and exclusive from Sao Paulo in Brazil. It's the penultimate round of the season. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. And we are at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pachi, better known as Interlagos. Now we have 2 DRS zones, which will allow for a number of overtaking opportunities. But as you've seen in previous Brazilian sessions in MRC, you can have a bash anywhere. Now, DRS Zone 1 down the Reta Aposta into the infamous Turn 4 known as the Descida de Hodge. And then DRS Zone 2 starting in Turn 14 onto the pit straight. Now, Turn 14 is better known as Subida dos Kellogg's Boxes after Kellogg's managed to lose it a few seasons back in Tier 4. Now, in the Tier 2 Championship, we have Burger King leading the way with his whopper of a patty of 108 points. Foxy Bingo just behind. Well, not just behind. He's on 86. And Cockster Rockster is on 81 points. Now, could the Tier 2 Championship be decided tonight? That is the question. Now, if it is, I've got my special spreadsheet ready to spray the finer details of the race as we go. Now, there isn't any guarantee of anything actually making sense, but here we go. So we arrive in Brazil, the land of the wood and the gushing of waterfalls in the Amazon, to the sweet taste of success that takes the form of a white thing. Now, a substance that brings joy to millions and detestation to other millions, and of course, I'm talking about sugar, and the detestation is Splenda. Now, if you want any other white substances like Tipex or glue, go and see the Lord of Drugos. That is obviously Chris Snorty Bailey. Now, joining me tonight in the commentary box is a legend of the Andorran Mountains who has been searching for the elusive Andorran Bigfoot, the big hairy man in the Andorran Mountains and the Alps. He also tried to escape me by basically going inland whilst I was on a cruise ship, the one place I cannot go. Best way to escape the Banshee, go deep inland or deep in the Brazilian bush. Martin Hills, how are you, sir?
I'm very well, and not only did I go deep inland, I went as high as I possibly could, just in case there was a particularly high tide that somehow has flooded mainland Spain and left Andorra accessible.
Yes.
So I'm up at about 1,600 meters where I'm sat right now. So that's about 3,000, about 4,000. 4,500 feet-ish.
That's about as high as Chris Bailey is right now, to be perfectly honest. And this evening, well, at least for the early part of this race, is Hodge himself, the man who has had Turn 4 named after him. How are you?
I can't stop laughing, to be perfectly honest.
The Cida de Hodge. The Cida de Hodge. What more could be one?
Very good, thank you. It's great. I just thought I'd jump on briefly, just to welcome both of you back. It's been it feels like forever.
It has been forever, to be perfectly honest. It has been forever.
For me, it's been 4 weeks. I think it was the first weekend I arrived here. I managed to sneak in and do a quick com. That was the last time I was about.
Yeah, well, you are back for Tier 2. What we are just going to do very quickly is just pause and bring you the sounds of Brazil. Many sounds of which we will talk about later on indeed. Now, we have a championship that could be decided this evening, both in the Drivers' and the Constructors' Championship, and we have many corners on this racetrack that people absolutely love. Remember, folks, we have the Descida de Hodge, we've got the Sabadilla dos Kellogg's Boxes, but we also have another 2 corners, and as we are on the Williams coming down the main pit straight at the moment, we will come into the 2 corners, which can only be described as he's just finished his lap, but he is coming into the Simba S's just now, and then he will come into the Curva de Cockster Sol onto the aid of Jacob, obviously, then onto the Reta Aposta, but he is currently top. Mark, where are we in terms of weather? You are our weather forecaster.
Yes, we are looking good for both quali and race. Full dry, full sun conditions this evening. So, we're looking pretty good.
Ooh, happy days. No rain. We wanted rain. But We won't get rain. Well, we might. It won't dampen our spirits, though, but it might give us some more safety car chat, because there's plenty of that to come. Who would have thought we'd get away from it? Tonight's safety car chat brought to you by the Brazilian government, who like to transport suspicious cargo on their planes when their president's aboard. We're going to get chesty about the law in Brazil tonight. We are going to make something rise as well tonight. We've got blood and baldness to come, and we're going to talk about gooses going soft and how to peel a pineapple.
With great difficulty.
Well, you would think. Who knows? That's the thing. Everyone's missed this. I have. Right, where are we? Let's keep an eye out. So we've got Call Me the Brave at the top at the moment. 108.1. We then have VMAX, Shell VMAX Power in second. We've got Dan Buster's third. We've got Floppy Loppy in fourth. And we've got the Cockster Rockster himself in fifth at the moment on an outlap. Mark, you are still in the pits. No, you are coming out of the pits. Coming to the end. At least nobody's blocking the pits this time.
Well, speaking of blocking, have you heard me screech a minute ago? Fox got absolutely, entirely, completely and utterly blocked on his first hot lap. Like he almost went straight into, I didn't catch what car it was, but he almost went straight into the back of them at full speed.
That's not good.
Oh, yeah. He's back out now on soft, so he was on mediums before, so I'm guessing it was a sighter anyway.
Indeed, we shall keep an eye. Here is Morgan, the man of the moment, in his little Alfa Romeo. Having a little chat with Calvin yesterday in practice. Little Alfa Romeo is how we're going to describe it. See what he can do as he comes up through the final part of the lap past Kellogg's corner. And then across the line, is he going to go quickest? He goes into 11th. So a good time there, 109.007. He is James Bond. Calvin.
James Bond?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess he kind of is, isn't he?
Well, he is in a way.
I don't think I've seen James Bond driving an Alfa Romeo at any point, though, if I think about it.
No.
I think he's driven an Alpine.
Yes. He probably has, yes.
Also a Honda as well.
And a Ford. Ford Mondeo.
There's been a few random ones.
He did have a Mondeo, good call.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Casino Royale.
Yes, he did. And then in Quantum of Solace, he was in a hydrogen-powered Ford Ka, or whatever we want to call it, that was driven by...
I normally put a K at the end of those.
It was driven by that South American bird.
Ah, yes, of course.
Well, there we go.
I thought it was a 500, to be fair, but okay.
No,
it was a Ka.
It was a Ka.
Ah.
It was.
What was the sharp intake of breath then? There was a very big suck of breath then.
Because Mark has gone into provisional pole. He kept that quiet whilst he was getting uber excited about Ford Kas and Ford Mondeos. He's planted it to the top.
Not gonna lie, that's taken me by surprise.
Well, it took me by surprise when I seen it flash up in front of me. I thought, woof, here we go. But anyway, Calvin's budgie is in 15th. Come on, Calvin, get a move on. This isn't the times that you were promising last night. Monster's in the pits after he's won 10.5. Derry Girls has clearly decided to race on a completely different track on a 1:40. And the man of the Fanning, the Chinese love you. He's currently on medium tyres, coming down to the infamous Desiro de Hodge. Chris Bailey is high on sugar, apparently.
I just find it, of all the corners I could get a name after, and of all the commentators tonight.
Yes.
We've had
Yeah. There we go. It's always going to happen. To be fair, turn 4 was either going to be named after you or me, because both of us have had numerous incidents at that turn 4, so we shall see.
So, it could go anywhere at the moment, couldn't it? Because we've basically got a second cover in the top 10, so I think once people get out for a second run, I think things are going to tumble around a fair bit at the moment.
They are, yeah, and I think that the track's going to rubber in more. Oh, Floppy Loppy has definitely not went hard because he's gone home at this point. He unfortunately has lost it, and Floppy Loppy is at minimum going to start in 8th in that Haas.
Yeah, he's gone just before Bico de Pato.
He has indeed.
Which is the duck's beak, I believe.
Yes, the bird corner. As we'll call it. Dumbest Hornet has just went purple in Sector 2, so let's see what he can do in his other little Alfa Romeo. 110.0, he's going to beat that. He's going to go into the 9s. He does. 109.2, lifts into 16th at the moment for that. Right, here's a question for you. Bergen's only 11th and he's invalidated. Is our championship leader, is the pressure of being the leading Morecambe cockle picker getting to him? Possibly.
Maybe he's on the ropes, but maybe he's just hiding his light under a bushel. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of people who are going to improve massively here. Like Dumbest Hornet down in 16th, he's a little bit out of position if you ask me. Fanning down in 20th, he's not actually set a lap yet. So there's still plenty of fast times to come, and I always feel this is a track with a lot of evolution as well.
Yeah, definitely. Multiple setup discussions at the moment. 107.8 from Mark. You're just in front of Dan Busters. He's joined you on the 107.8 there, Mark. With Jacob and Woos Boy and Foxy Bingo 3rd, 4th and 5th.
Yeah, very, very close.
Monster's going a bit quicker at the moment. He's looking like he's going to improve. Oh no, he's lost a little bit in the second sector actually. Ignore that. He's unfortunately lost a bit of time somewhere.
He's not going to be liking us. The two McLarens, we've got Michael Knight in 7th place, albeit the French version, which is always bad.
Michel Nui.
Michel Nui, yes. Michel Nui, oui. Nui, oui, oui. See, to be perfectly honest, I could always call him just Emmanuel Macron, because that's enough of an insult. And in Ghost Rider, if you liked Marine Le Pen or some other weirdo, most of France. Anyway, Ryan of Red Car Rambo is in 9th place. I think people might be petitioning to send me away somewhere after 15 minutes already. Right, let's see what Fanning can do in that Aston Martin. Can he get close? We've got 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. We've got quite a number of people in the pits, including our current provisional pole sitter.
Seb Mail just went from 14th to 3rd there. That was a good lap.
That was a good lap. But 2 Ferraris, 3rd and 4th. Good lap from them. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see what Fanning can do. Apparently Monster says the first 2 laps were sighter laps. Did you see anything, Andrew, from any of these? Get maybe your binoculars out. It's the only racetrack actually talking about that's got big tower blocks to the next of it as well. Let's see what Fanning can do just as he comes through. Oh, there's a big thing flying in the land. Fanning goes 9th. Good lap from him as well.
That's his first lap as well. So that's a good first lap.
4 tenths separating 1st and 9th. That is going to give us a very good race.
Well, you've got to think that people that are only just coming out now are looking to save a set of softs in lieu of safety cars later on, haven't you? Yes.
Oh, yes. Safety cars. We do like them. Simba, our very own Pussy Galore from Silverstone, is in 14th at the moment. Her teammate is down in 19th, is Frank. So not a great day for the Red Bulls at the moment when their younger team, the AlphaTauris, could win the Constructors' Championship as well. So
Michel Nui is about to go quicker.
Oh, there he goes. 2nd. Not bad at all. It was indeed 0.05 of a second quicker than Dam Busters. So good lap there from the French McLaren. I'm not quite convinced. Oh, you can't cut across the pit lane. Anyway.
I flicked away before that happened. But there we go.
Foxy Bingo is just coming out. Mark is on a quick lap at the moment. Of course, let's run down as he comes through the onto the straight, the first ERS zone. Now coming down into the corner named after his legendary status. Nicely done there. Rides the curbs. Nice coming out of the exit there. All the way now climbing up to this very tight. Very easy to lose the rear end as you come. Nicely done there. The car looks nice and planted. Braking nice and tight. Hits the apex there. Doesn't invalidate. Good. Now coming through that Sprinter van. Absolutely nailed to the ground. The electric version. Oh, the tail happy, spinny out there. Happy to see Brazil. Let's see what he can do coming to the end of Sector 2. He's just a fraction of 44 1,000ths down. Still time to find though. Power up the hill as he comes through. Here we go, coming into DRS activation zone now. And the rear wing opens. Let's see what he can do. Can he go quick? And then he's 107.832. He does indeed. 107.817.
Max is on a hot lap behind though.
Yes, let's see what the can it be a Mercedes 1-2, and then we'll get to our provisional pole sitter. No, Max decides. Oh, right at the last minute.
Something must have gone wrong because when I flicked to him, he was 2/10 up, which would have been he was looking at pole.
Yeah, talking about flicking, Mark, your rear end flicked out. That must have given you a little bit of a scare.
It did. I was about a tenth up at that point, and it dropped straight away from there, just a little bit, trying to chase a little bit more time. I went red in both sectors actually, and then purple in the last sector, which I didn't actually expect to improve slightly.
Yeah, you were only 44 1,000ths down at the end of sector 2, and then made up about a tenth in the final sector. Let's just see what Foxy Bingo can do as he comes across the line. Is he going to improve? No, he doesn't. I can tell you that.
Guy's about to stick it in the top 10.
He is indeed. He's just coming across the line. Oh, 11th.
Oh, he lost a bit of time. Yeah, he lost a bit of time in the last sector.
He was hugging the walls. Womax is gone in the pits.
Ooh, I've just passed a ghosted Ghost Boy in AI mode.
Oh,
corner.
Oh, no, we don't allow that. No, and he's crawling along. I think these stewards will be looking at that. You certainly don't go into AI mode for a prolonged period of time, especially when it's taking you 3 minutes to do a lap.
Well, when I last saw him, he was off the track on the grass trying to get out of everybody's way, so I'm not quite sure what's happened there.
Yeah,
I think he's run out of fuel, has he?
Well, no, he would just go into low fuel mode. He is, yeah.
Yeah, he's on red fuel.
Yeah. Oh, look at Cockster Rockstar has gone provisional pole 107.6. That's a superb lap time there. That was a stonker. Let's see. So, let's put it this way. Emmanuel Macron is currently doing 10 miles an hour in that McLaren. Calvin, let's see when he's invalidated. Mark's invalidated. Woos he's finished. Fox is in the thing. Let's see what Frank can do. Nope, he's down. Guy, he's in the pits. Everybody's given up at this point. Derry Girls, let's see what Derry Girls can do. Run slightly wide there, but was purple in sector 2. Can Derry Girls improve from the 17th that he is currently in? Let's see what he can do. Is he going to do a Sister Michael over the line? Goes 16th, 108.523. And there we have it, folks. There is your grids for the Brazilian Grand Prix. We have Cockster Rockstar off his rocks in pole position. That is Jacob. Mark Desiro de Hodge is in second, held provisional pole for most of that session, before Jacob came in and snatched it at the death. Emmanuel Macron and Marine Le Pen's love child is in third at the moment. Dam Busters and Bergen, the Alpha Tauris, fourth and fifth. Womax sixth. Sid Mail seventh. Calvin's got multiple budgies, is in eighth. Simba is in ninth. And Call Me the Brave rounds out the top 10. Now, Foxy Bingo, one of our championship challenges, down in 11th. That's not going to help him. Fanning is 12th. Andres in 13th. Guy 14th. Loppy left the session when he was in 8th. Down in 15th, Derry Girls, it's a Haas 15 and 16. Ryan is going no assists. He's going fully no protection tonight. in the 16th, and we'll round out the final bottom 4 shortly. Always helps if my voice doesn't go away.
Bit of a froggy there.
Yeah, that's because I was talking about Emmanuel Macron and Marine Le Pen's love child, the French frog.
I thought it was because it's the first time in 2 weeks you've stepped off your floating bar.
Well, that's exactly it, the floating bar. There is some Iron Brew just to the left of me, although I keep pressing buttons. Nobody delivers anything. It's absolutely shocking. Ryan in 17th, Morgan in 18th, Dumbest Hornet in 19th, and Monster, after doing 3 or 4 sighter laps, has seen no more of Brazil than he wanted to. And there we have it.
Seemed like there was a lot of people there who didn't do many laps.
Yeah, I
feel like
quite a lot.
That grid's kind of muddled up because people didn't maximise their potential somehow. Do you know what I mean?
Quite a lot of invalidations as well, which is quite common around here. So, Hodgie, are you feeling confident?
I think this is going to be very interesting. I also think it's going to be a battle of nutrition, I would have to say, throughout this race. It's you mentioned plenty of safety cars. Do you do one stop? Do you do 2 stop? It's going to be tight. It's going to be interesting to see what people choose as well, actually, on this.
It is indeed. We will see what is what. We'll get to safety car chat. Well, in case you disappear before we get round to you, good luck. Ensure you get off the line cleanly. Let's have a look at some of the safety car chat. This fan club that keeps getting called on. Just go away. We're not going back to that. Alex, he doesn't need sleep, he needs answers of who approved my leave. Well, don't worry, I am back. So there we go. Dak Invertible is in Scotland. He's saying he's hello from Ochtermachte. There we go. What else have we got? Invalidations. Yes, so lots of invalidations, Mr. Hills. But lots to do, lots to see.
Yeah, well, what I'm really hoping for this week is to maybe not have a third of the grid not finishing.
Yes, that would be ideal.
I don't know where that trend is developing from. It seems like it's suddenly becoming a bit crashy smashy in the last third of the field at the moment. And it's I've been watching a couple of these races recently, like Monza. I was just thinking, there's not enough rear downforce in some of these people's cars. That's why they can't go around corners.
Exactly. And this is the thing. We've always said time trial setups and being quick in qualifying is irrelevant if you cannot get to the end of the first lap.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's kind of... it's been about the last 3 races, I think, across particularly tiers 1 to 3. It's just felt like there's been so many people who just cannot hang on to their cars, and it just seems daft to me. It's like, if you finish, you've got a good chance of scoring some points. If you don't finish, you're not going to score any points.
Exactly.
And therefore, why go for top speed over not being able to, go? It's like, just choose a car that you can finish with, not one that's fast in a straight line.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the key thing. And obviously, we want to see as many people finish. We don't want to see people ending up in the stewards for ridiculousness, and we also then don't want to see people appealing ridiculousness either. To be perfectly honest,
I just want to see people finishing.
Well, that's true. Completely.
Don't think that's insane.
Nope, definitely not. Only 3 drivers on the mediums, Vans, Guy and Monster. Softs for the rest of the field. Not a surprise considering the chance of safety car is high here. But we are getting ready. We're now, and we cannot see the lights, but here we go. Oh, we get the lights now because in 3 and in 4 and in 5 red lights, because here in Brazil, we're underway in Tier 2, and it's a great start from Jacob in that Ferrari. Already covers off Mark, who's got Dam Busters already alongside him. Ghost Rider of Emmanuel Macron and Marine Le Pen has already dropped to 4th, but Dam Busters is now up into 2nd. There's a little bit of a force wide there of one of the Mercedes, Ghost Rider there, but look at the battle between Mark and Dam Busters as they come down to the seat of the Hodgie, and Hodgie, is he going to take it? No, he doesn't indeed, but everyone, although Dam Busters ran wide, but everyone looks, Martin, to have got through turn 1 okay, apart from Ryan.
They have. Ryan just ran wide into the corner at the end of the straight there, but everyone got through the centre S's very cleanly.
Did indeed, and that's what we like to see. Indeed, already Frank's got 3 seconds.
I spoke too soon. Dumbest Hornet has just lost his wing end plate.
And Mark's gone up the inside of Dam Busters, and as they come now down towards Junkow, that is not a place you want to go side by side. But they do, and Ghost Rider's going to get in there as well, and he's spun it, and he's lost his front wing. Marine Le Pen and Emmanuel Macron's love child has been rejected. But here comes Mark and Dam Busters. Jacob is absolutely just flying away at the moment. We will keep that battle though with Mark in third and Dam Busters in second, because that is going to give us entertainment.
We've got people pitting everywhere at the back. Woomax is having a new front wing. Simba's in, so I'm guessing he's having a front wing as well. Yes, he is.
Yep.
Red Car Rambo's in as well. Yeah, I think we just had, after it looking so good in the first few corners, I think it all basically fell apart subsequently in Sector 2.
It did indeed. Championship leader Bergen up into 5th place in that AlphaTauri at the present moment. Foxy Bingo's made a superb start from 11th on the grid all the way up to 6th at the moment. That is what he needed, especially with Jacob in the prime position at the moment. He's just going to be looking, Martin, to drive away from the field, already outside of the DRS activation zone in terms of 1.4 ahead of Dam Buster.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching further back just to see what's happening at the tail end of the field. And I don't think it was Ghost Rider's wing you saw going flying across the track, because he's still running.
Okay then. So there was certainly a wing went missing, and it was unfortunately as Jacob goes quick as Dam Buster's now fastest lap at the moment. DRS now activated. Got to be within a second of the car in front at the various detection zones, and Hodgie is definitely within that second. He will get DRS. Let's jump on board with him in that Mercedes.
He had a really good exit there as well, although Damalek looks like he's got a lot of speed to me.
He does indeed. Bergen's gone up the inside of Calvin into Decido de Hodgie, and he does make that stick. That kind of run from 4-5 and into 6 where they are just now, there is not, that track is so small in terms of width, it's absolutely ridiculous. There's no way you can go two abreast there. But
a lot of it is a narrow track, isn't it? I mean, apart from sort of the start-finish straight, there's a lot of narrowness. But I kind of like that. I kind of like a narrower track, sort of old school feel.
Old school, yep, exactly. I was going to say the same thing. It's an old school track. Fanning is up into 8th in the Aston Martin. Floppy Loppy in 9th in the Haas as well. Guy 10th, and Derry Girls up to 11th.
Fanning may be just about to challenge into turn 1 here, I think.
Yep, and Mark's about to go up the inside of Dam Busters. Is he going to go? He's going to go around the long way, because Dam Busters forced his way. There we go. And Bergen and Calvin and Foxy Bingo all battling with each other.
Call Me the Brave is defending very vigorously from Fanning, it has to be said. He did a very good job there. There was no effort for Fanning to go at all.
Nope. 3 abreast nearly between Calvin, Bergen and Foxy Bingo. To be fair, and then as you said, Call Me the Brave and Fanning there as well. Now, tell you the one thing that I've noticed whilst we've been watching, apart from McLaren and an Alfa Romeo having a little moment, the tail end of the field, but Jacob's lead is down to 7/10 of a second. Call Me the Brave and Fanning. Call Me the Brave! Gone! Retired and gone, and one of the Alpines has followed him round as well. Guy, we have our first safety car. Because Call Me the Brave went face planting into the Armco barrier, and Guy spun with him just to show solidarity. How lovely.
I think Ryan just accidentally overtook Morgan under the safety car then.
Yes.
Quickly gave it back again.
Yeah, I'd seen that and I thought, that'll be what it was. We did get a 5-second penalty, I think, for Vans for potentially a bit of contact during the safety car. Now, interestingly enough, Jacob has pitted. Now, Hodgie, Damalek, Calvin, Foxy Bingo, Fanning, Loppy, Seb Mail, Vans, Monster, Guy have all stayed out. Jacob, Bergen, Derry Girls have all pitted. Interestingly, Jacob's gone back onto the softs. So I'm a little bit questioning of that move. Is it a bit early to pit? It's probably going to be a 2-stop strategy. but I think it was a bit early to make that pit stop. I think the softs could be taken for another 5 or 6 laps, especially with a safety car, and then maybe try and eke out a one stop.
I think he's gambling on another safety car in fairly short order whilst there's more cars on the track to have one.
Yes.
That would be my guess.
Yes.
But,
we shall see. Now, do you fancy a bit about white powder, red faces, and the cocaine cargo aboard the Brazilian presidential plane?
Of course. Why not?
Oh, well, here we go. President Jair Bolsonaro of Brazil has vowed to pursue drug traffickers relentlessly. Now, he was hard-pressed to explain how a presidential plane ended up carrying 86 pounds of cocaine across the Atlantic during an official trip. Now, a Brazilian airman on that aircraft was caught with a shipment on Tuesday during a brief stop in Spain en route to the Group of 20 summit in Japan at the time, Brazilian and Spanish officials said on Wednesday. Now, the cocaine bust was bad enough, but it was the extraordinary embarrassment for Mr. Bolsonaro, who has exalted the integrity and professionalism of Brazil's military. The Presidente, called the incident unacceptable and said he had demanded severe punishment for the serviceman member. We do not tolerate this type of disrespect to our nation. It is slightly amusing that on a plane carrying the president there's cocaine. Now, it's not the first time that a member of Brazil's parliament has been caught with some white powder, because there was a man who some believe was taking cocaine in the Parliament building. Some believed it was sugar for his coffee. Now, if I was to put some sugar in my coffee, I'm not convinced it would be in a little plastic bag with like one of these like the wee zip click things that are on top that they package certain drugos.
Maybe it's one of those work kitchens where you can't trust anyone not to fiddle with your milk or use your sugar or take one of your tea bags.
Well, he's not trusting anybody because if he's been fiddling with things, well, who knows? But yes, he was caught on camera with certain white powdery activities. Now, safety car
coming in.
Yes, it is indeed. And Hodgie will become the de facto safety car. Safety car was only really out for a lap and a half there, all in. So there we go. We will keep an eye on it. When is Hodgie going to go? He's going to wait to the last possible moment. He doesn't want to give too much of a tow to Dam Busters or Cam, but he's gone already, and he's caught potentially Dam Busters a bit there. Driver of the day is in the description, folks. Do not forget, driver of the day. The poll is there in the description. Do go and vote for driver of the day. It doesn't matter if you're not part of the league, but go for it.
Calvin's just spun.
That is not good.
As has
Simba's gone round as well. Yep, he has always gone round again. That is not a happy Red Bull tonight. Pussy Galore is not happy. Mark and Dam Busters out the front. Foxy Bingo now up to third. Fanning is in fourth. Floppy Loppy is in fifth. Derry gets 3 seconds as well. Penalties starting to mount for those drivers. Jacob currently in 8th place at the moment as well. Now remember, DRS will not become activated until the start of lap 9. Lap 7 out of 30.
Woomax is defending super hard from Derry Girls, who's actually just dropped back a little bit in the last corner, but they were side by side for quite a few corners then.
Yeah, and it's possible to go side by side on this track. You just have to have a lot of faith and a lot of trust in the driver that you're racing against not to drive into you.
Yeah, and a bit of respect.
Yeah, exactly.
Depends which seat you're in.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Jacob has gone round Frank going down into the Senna S's just now. Frank on 7-lap-old mediums, Jacob on 2-lap-old softs. So he is starting to make his way. His teammate Seb Mail is next up for him. Monster up into 9th, so he'll be quite happy. Bergen championship leader in 10th at the moment.
Fox has just dropped away like quite a lot in those first couple of laps, hasn't he? Since the safety car's come back in, he's 2 seconds down. Yeah,
he's kind of struggled with either the reheat back on those soft compound tyres. Ghost Rider has gone back into 12 past Derry Girls, so it is the French versus the Northern Irish. There's only going to be one winner there. Come on, the Northern Irish. Dunnist Hornet in 14th, Guy 15th, Steuben 16th, Calvin down in 17th after his spin, Ryan in 18th, and Mark in 19th. Mark Hodgie has already pulled out a second on Dambusters, but Dambusters is pulling it back there, and there is the DRS enabled. And Jacob, 10.2, quickest man on track.
Tell you who's having a good old race is Vans. He's up 5 positions. He's on the medium tyres, first of the runners on medium.
Yes.
He does have a penalty though, doesn't he?
Yes, he's got 8 seconds. So he got 5 seconds for, I think, a collision under the safety car, and he got 3 seconds for a corner cut very early on as well. So it'll be an interesting one to review that. But yeah, he's done well. Monster up obviously as well from 20th to 9th. So keep an eye on progress there. He's got Bergen all over the back of him. Jacob is all over the back of his teammate.
And Fanning is all over the back of Fox. Who Fox, indeed, like you say, seems to be struggling. Actually, Fanning just got a bit of a messy exit out of Vico de Pato there, unfortunately, so he's just dropped away. But
and it's not the place you want to have an unsteady rear end, let's put it that way. You want to make sure that it's planted. But yeah, Foxy Bingo 3 seconds behind Mark already. Dambusters 1.4 behind. So Mark's just eked out that advantage. And again, with those couple of laps into the safety car, you're probably talking maybe another couple of laps until they start to pit for the soft compound runners. Monster has just passed Frank into turn 1, and they have Bergen all over them. I tell you what, Bergen is the championship leader, is not going to want to take any risks at this point. And what he doesn't want to see is a Vans and Monster combination of racing. Oh, but he's just went right up the inside there. Superb overtake.
Fanning's right back up on Fox again. Fox has burned through nearly all of his ERS. It was down to 7% a couple of corners ago, and now he's back to 18, but he's using a lot, when everyone else is in the 40s.
Yeah, I mean, we've just jumped on board with him just now, just to see what it kind of looks like. And I mean, let's see as he comes down. Let's have a listen as well. Oh, and he lifts halfway through the corner as well. He either doesn't have the grip, or he doesn't have the confidence in the rear end as they're coming into Junker.
Yeah, he was sliding as he headed up the hill there, actually.
Yeah. Fanning's going to get DRS, and that's going to leave Foxy Bingo like a sitting duck, because here comes Fanning up the inside. There is the Aston Martin, and there we go. Foxy Bingo is, well, not got a full house.
And Laupy just did Jacob as well, I think.
Yeah,
and Jacob's fighting back.
He is indeed. He's coming back with the aid of DRS as they come down now. Tell you one thing though, Loppy's got some incredible speed in that Haas, because did you see what I seen there? I thought there was a little bit of a love tap.
Rubbins racing, as they say in Days of Thunder, but I think Jacob's struggling for tyres as well. He looks like he's understeering.
Yeah, Guy has lost it at turn 4 into turn 5, and that's what caused the yellow flag at the moment. But Jacob is in that Ferrari. 5 laps now on those soft compound tyres. He did take the gamble. I'll still hold question on that just now.
Yeah, I mean, it's strange. Like I said, it looked like understeer just now, but maybe I was just imagining that. Maybe he just didn't quite get the turn in for some reason now, because with those younger tyres, he should have an advantage at the moment, really.
He should. Let's just keep an eye where we are. Guy went round again in the Alpine, and we've got a full safety car now. Why? Oh, it's a virtual safety car. Why do we have a virtual safety car? Now, normally... it's the Red Bull of Simba is missing a front wing. I wonder if he had some contact with Guy, because those two were close together after Guy's little spins. So it's a virtual safety car.
We've missed that one.
We have indeed. Let's see though, is Guy pitting? No, Simba does pit. Calvin's into the pits as well. 18.6 seconds is the total pit lane loss time that you would have under normal racing circumstances. Pitting under the VSC, you're going to lose about 10. Mandy says no, he spun and bumped the barrier, was Simba. So, Mandy, thank you.
That's unlucky.
Mandy is our pit lane reporter from the Simba household.
Guy's got a drive-through.
I'll tell you one thing. He
just nearly spun as well.
Oh, God. That's not what you want.
Something went horribly weird for him there. He was travelling almost sideways at one point.
Yep, don't want to go sideways. Not a good way. Hodgie is pitting. So he's pitting right at the end as it goes back to full time. He had a 3-second lead. Damalek has continued. Foxy Bingo has continued, and Jacob's about to go down the inside of Foxy Bingo. No, he doesn't quite have it there. But I was going to just mention how Hodgie had built up that sort of 3-second lead under the VSC. So keep an eye on that.
That's the thing with the VSC. You can take a gamble on trying to use it, but you can't always know it's going to work, can you? Because it can come in at any moment.
Exactly. Jacob goes up the inside of Foxy Bingo, and Seb Mail was trying to go up the inside of Loppy. Did work, but then Loppy got him back. So there we have it. Mark out in 15th. So, we'll keep an eye on his progress through the field. I hope in the new game, which is released in 11 hours' time for the Champions Edition, we do get slightly smaller graphics, because when you put tyre data and leader data and everything, it takes up about half the screen.
It does, and it's not very transparent either, is it? So
no.
You can't see through it.
No, you're sort of sitting here going, right, where are we? Oh, there we go. So we'll keep an eye on that. We will bring you the details of the new game with the new broadcast modes. We'll have a play about with that over the next 24, 36 hours. And those of you Yep, sorry, Mark, go ahead.
I thought we were about to see a move there, but it didn't happen.
And for those of you who haven't yet seen, do go to the calendar option of the Discord, and you will see the Season 8 calendar as we see 3 abreast coming down into Turn 4. Bergen, Loppy, Seb Mail is the current thing. But yeah, Season 8 starts on the 18th of July.
I was actually just watching. Basically, what I was watching was Woomax fighting with Monster, and Monster's defending really nicely there.
He is indeed on those medium tyres.
Made a very, very wide car into the at the end of the straight there. It was very nice to see. It looked like Woomax had got him, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, and it's one of these tracks that, yes, there are plenty of overtaking opportunities with the DRS and everything, but you can also make your car extremely wide, and it is quite difficult to get past people here. Right, let's see where we are. Let's go back to our previous race leader, because Hodgie's coming up behind the Ryan and Derry Girls battle. So let's just jump on board the Mercedes to see what he can do. He's going to get DRS. Derry Girls and Ryan.
and Laupe are fighting like crazy at the moment.
They are. We'll jump back to that in a second. Let's just go to that now. There is Loppe, and there's Seb Mail coming down the right-hand side and past. And then Monster's there as well. And again, it just shows that battle that you were talking about. Oh, Loppe! Oh!
That was lucky. That's usually a one-way trip into the inside barrier on that corner.
Yep, and that would have been probably a one-way ticket to retirement as well. Oh, Wimax is gone! Oh, he's going to watch. Oh, he's taking in Loppe. That's the guy. Didn't ghost in time. But we talked about as they were coming up through 6 and 7, very easy at times to lose the rear end, and Wimax did lose the rear end, and he collected Loppe, who was having such a superb race, and it was through no fault of Wimax's. The car just didn't ghost in time.
Are we seeing another? Is that another light rear end? You see,
yes.
It doesn't feel like the number. This is a track where you've got to have a good balance on this thing, because you've got so much acceleration out of slow speed corners, and you've got there's a real mixture of high and low speed, isn't there? So you need balance for that. You do, and
let's put it this way: you don't necessarily need 11 wings, but you need a solid front end and a really good rear end to cope with that middle sector. Otherwise, you're just going to fly around.
Now, I'm not saying that's the case with Wimax. He could well have caught the right hand curb coming up into that sector of the track, but it's a very easy place to spin, to be honest with you.
Oh, it is. Completely. Field very widespread at the moment. Dan Bus is the current leader, Jacob second, Foxy Bingo third, Bergen fourth, Zebmail fifth, Monster sixth, Ghost Rider, Emmanuel Macron, Marine Le Pen in seventh, Vans in eighth, Morgan ninth, and Mark in 10th. Right.
So Wumax and Laupi and Derry Girls are all the first three onto mediums that could go to the end, I probably feel. Well, I suppose Mark might just make it to the end as well, actually, mightn't he?
Well, I mean, he's done a couple of laps, so easy enough he could do. I mean, if you look at, obviously, Foxy Bingo, and Guy's retired as well. Guy has gone, where? Oh, he's gone in the pits, I think. Or is that...
has he crashed into the pit wall?
His car is coming out of the pits.
Yeah, I reckon he's crashed on that left-hander out of the pits. It's easily done.
Yeah, no, completely. And sector 1 and 2, and his car is, well, going very slowly down the Retta Aposta just now. But the bigger news, as we were talking about that, was that Foxy Bingo passed Jacob. So Foxy Bingo now up into second, Jacob third, and Bergen fourth. The three championship protagonists are in a line in the race. That worries me slightly.
It's getting a bit heated there, isn't it? They're all they're all hungry. But you got Fox on 16-lap-old softs there.
Yeah, and this is the thing though, and that's why I wondered whether Jacob had made a mistake by going early, because you can still get the wear out the tyres. Now, yes, you could argue that Jacob's still in third place, so actually that's not an issue, and Dan Busters in the pits as is Seb Mail. But Foxy could go to the end of this race on his next set of tyres, as will Jacob. Bergen
risky
won't,
safety
though.
car strategy, though, isn't it? Like,
yes,
if the safety car comes out again, then you're kind of suddenly you're in a more vulnerable position tactically. I reckon that's what Jacob's still counting on.
Yep. Bergen went a bit early, I think, onto the mediums. He went from softs to mediums. I think it was a little bit early. But, again, he could be saying, well, wait a minute, I'll go another 10 laps on the mediums and then jump on the softs for my final run and be quite there. But, again, it's a safety car strategy, or it's at risk of safety cars, sorry.
Well, I mean, you can still hold the track position by not pitting, obviously, but then you become super vulnerable to everyone who's just pitted onto fresh tyres afterwards. So,
yeah, exactly.
We've only got only 2 runners out at the moment, so there's still plenty of potential for a safety car, it has to be said.
There is. It's not a bad rate of return. Do go to driver of the day. The poll is in the description at the moment. Oh, and wait a minute, Jacob is in the pit, so this is him. This is him till the end of the race. He is going to be pitting after 13 laps on those soft compound tyres. Question is, well, he's going to come out behind Mark. Mark's already passed him. So there we go. So he's obviously decided to make the move to try and force the hand of Foxy Bingo and Bergen, but I don't think he's going to force Bergen's hand. He got tail happy out of the pits there.
Oh, that was like watching Carlos Sainz Sr. driving Formula 1 car.
Yes. More problematic for Jacob is he's behind Dan Busters. Oh, and that Alpine of Guy is still going round. Okay, it's ghosting, but I think it's giving people a few shocks, shall we say.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's still on track. That kind of makes you wonder what that DNF actually was.
Yeah, exactly. Although I think his car, the AI certainly has decided to park it in turn 4. Now back to the battle of Mark and Morgan. Mark's been behind Morgan for 2 or 3 laps now, staring at the back of that Alfa Romeo. Mark is going to want to be past that Alfa Romeo, especially considering Morgan's on 16 lap and Foxy Bingo pits. So can Foxy get out in front of Jacob? That's going to be the question. Mark has DRS. Morgan has DRS. Who's the quicker car? Is the Mercedes going to go up the inside of the Alfa Romeo? No, it doesn't. So let's see. Jacob. Yeah. Foxy Bingo has come out. He's he is.
Way behind.
He is, actually is a good point. He's going to come out behind Jacob in front of Calvin just. But Jacob's going up the inside of Fanning. There we go. So the outlier here Monster's doing extremely well up into second. He's just running his own game. And to be fair, given Andrew's bad luck this season and last season, I think the one piece of advice that quite a few of us gave to him in the last few weeks was run your own race. Don't worry about anyone else around you. Just run your own race and finish the races and get good points. He's doing exactly that. He's running his own race. He's comfortably... He's going into the pits now, so he's going to go on to this... Well, can he get Soft's 15 laps? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think... was it Seb Mail who'd done 18 on them? Someone at the front had done 18 on them.
Yep. A little bit of love tapping going on between Mr. Morgan and Mr. Mark there, as Frank and Emmanuel Macron having some fun together.
So, I mean, obviously we've got Mark in the net lead here with Jacob 6 seconds down, but obviously 6 lap newer tyres. It's going to be interesting towards the end as see how those mediums kind of start to fall off in comparison to Jacob's set. Because he's going to be on much fresher tyres at the end.
He is. Ryan's gone from the session. And it's a virtual safety car. Ryan's gone at turn 14. I wonder if he's lost it. Come up there, he was running no assists.
Who this could help, right?
Oh yes, Mr. Bergen.
Yeah,
and he's pitting.
He's going to lose very little time, isn't he?
Yep, he's pitting as well. And it's a full safety car. Oh,
well, now this is starting.
Right.
Now Jacob's going to be wishing he'd waited another lap.
Yep, everyone is right. The top 5 have pitted. Jacob is staying out. He had no. Well, sorry.
As you would.
You would. But
he's.
Oh.
Well, he looks pretty good. He only got 2 laps on those tyres, and most of this last lap has been under the VSC, so he's really got a lap and bit.
Yeah, that's true. Bergen is going to come out behind. No, he doesn't.
He's gone soft though.
He had to though, because this will take him to the end. Now
I know, but what I mean is like he's looking really good.
Sorry, yes. I was wondering where we were going with that one. I was like, oh, is he going soft? Well, what more threw me was as he was coming out of the pits, both him and Foxy Bingo, I thought Foxy was going to get in front of him, but it's almost as if Foxy slowed. So currently, Jacob, Bergen, Foxy.
I can't help but feel like this has fallen badly for Mark.
It has, because he was, I don't want to say he was necessarily stuck behind other drivers, but he was behind a couple of drivers for longer than I think he would have liked. I think he had more pace in there. He's fallen down to 11th now. He's got Fanning in front of him, Womax, his teammate, who's on 5 lap old, and everyone else in front of him, Barcy, Seb Mail and Foxy and Jacob, have pitted for softs. He's
got a lot of cars to pass.
Yes.
He's got a lot of cars to pass. I mean, there's a few that he's got 3 cars with penalties in front of him. He's got 1 car that's on 5 lap mediums. So he could, I wouldn't be surprised if he and Fanning dispatch Womax pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But then it's going to be a big old climb to get anywhere near the podium from that point.
It is indeed. Yep, quite rightly. Chapper's talking about Andrew. Yep, well done. Up into 5th. We were talking about that before. So I recently returned, Martin, from some studying in Brazil. So since I've arrived in Brazil, I decided to go out and get used to the local delicacies and the local people and all of that. And I obviously love the food out there. So I went to Brazilian Steakhouse. Now, the hostess gave some Brazilian snacks to have as some appetizers, and the hostess says these are pão de queijo, banana frita, and polenta. Now, I do note that my accents are horrific, but the hostess explains the food and everything like that. And then obviously to my family, who we were doing with, she said cheese penis instead of cheese bread. There you go. Don't ask what makes the bread rise. There you go.
God, I'm so lost.
Yeah. see, to be fair, I've just realised how lost I was talking about it. But anyway. gets worse.
Well, there's lots of strange things happen in Brazil, isn't there? I mean,
very much.
This is the country and the track at which Jenson Button was almost kidnapped at machine gun point.
It was, yeah. Quite a few drivers have been.
Yeah, I want to say it was 2010 when he was just after he'd become champion. He was racing for McLaren, got stopped on the way to the circuit by a bunch of guys on mopeds with machine guns.
Yep, do not want that at all. Brazil has the highest murder rate in the world of any country. Brazilian safety car is in, and here goes Jacob. And Bergen not being caught out too much by it. Mark is already up into 8th. I'm not somehow convinced how that's happened, but it has.
Well, he's not going to complain.
Nope, exactly.
Is dropping down.
Oh, one of the Ferraris. Seb Mail's retired.
Yeah. Oh, no. I just saw I'm sure I just saw who was going backwards? Was it Womax?
Yes.
There was a car going backwards in turn 2.
Ghost Rider and Monster were having a little of a coming together in the Senna S's. Monster up into 4th. Oh.
Dan Wallach's just gone round as well.
Oh, so Dan Busters, who was one of the early leaders, not leading anymore. Mark up into 7th. He's got Emmanuel Macron in front of him at the moment, and then Morgan in front of him. Andrew up into 4th. Let's see.
That's been a beautiful restart for Mark, so hopefully he's going to prove us wrong.
He's going to go up the inside of Emmanuel Macron. Oh, a little bit of wheel banging there. It's fair enough. Oh, a little bit of wheel banging on the exit. I think it is fair to an extent, but he is through at the moment. There we go. And Vans also has followed him through, as has Fanning. So Emmanuel Macron has basically went from about 4th to 9th in the space of 1 lap.
Now, interestingly, Bergen's dropping away from the back of Jacob, even though he's got the tyre advantage.
Yeah, it's a strange one.
And he's falling into the clutches of Fox behind him as well.
Yeah, not quite sure why. Maybe just not switching on those tires as quickly as we would expect. Yes,
he's found some pace now. He's found some pace.
He has indeed.
Half a second in the last 3 or 4 corners he's just found. So
yeah, he's definitely going. He is indeed. So as we said, potentially the championship could be wrapped up tonight, depending upon how results go. Just one more race after today with Australia next week. Remember, all results are provisional, so nothing is ever guaranteed. But it is the title fight at the moment between Jacob in first, Bergen in second, and Foxy Bingo in third. Now, the championship gap, as we went into it, was 108 points for Bergen, 86 for Foxy Bingo, and Jacob 81. So 22 points Bergen had a lead. Now, my maths are bad at the best of times, but if he wins this...
We've been here before, haven't we?
Yes, we have! Yes, it all went wrong. But if he wins... I think that will... Yep.
Watching Bergen there. Oh, this is looking like Jacob's about to lose the lead.
Yep. I think if Bergen wins, the championship is his. Because he's 22 points ahead at the moment of Foxy Bingo. And if he finishes first and Foxy was to finish second, that's 7 points between 25 and 18, and that would give him 29 points of an advantage. Yep, I think that would give him the title. But we'll let more clever people in that. Mark's passed Monster and Morgan this lap already, so a good restart from Hodgie. Andrew,
yeah, I just watched him passing Morgan, and he got such a good launch out of Yung Cao that he was past him before the DRS activation line and had to defend from Morgan down into turn 1.
Yep, Bergen's in the lead. He's taken Jacob, gone into the Senna S's, but Jacob will get DRS coming down into Desira del Lago. He does, but he's not close enough.
No, I think this is where that tyre advantage is going to really start coming into play for a few laps, isn't it?
Yep, it is indeed. This could very much be the championship deciding pass for Bergen, but you never know. He could crash.
Charitable as always.
Exactly. Let's see where we are. So, Mark's gaining on second and third at the moment, and on those fresh soft compound tyres, I wouldn't bet against him. Monster's there as well. Frank's past Monster, so a good race from Frank in the Red Bull there. Morgan gets 3 seconds at the moment. Fanning is 8. Eddie Girls rounds out the top 10. Mark Simba up to 12th. Hasn't been the best race for him so far, but up into 12th, so still the opportunities for a point.
Do you know who I reckon's got a chance here? I think Foxy. He's got way more DRS than Bergen and Jacob. Way more. He's in the 40s and they're like running on empty.
Yeah,
they're fighting each other so hard, and he's right behind him.
Do you know, this thing though as well, Mark's gained half a second on this group in the last third of a lap as well. Monster's just past Frank, so a good move there into turn 4 by Andrew, so good to see there. We'll jump back to the front, but yeah, you're right. I mean, Foxy's kind of sitting there. The problem that he's got, the same with Jacob, is they're on medium tyres of 8 or 7 laps. However, I would say that with 8 laps or 7 laps to go, you could see, well, will the soft tyres go off towards the end, but then the cars are getting lighter, there's less fuel, there's less tyre wear. So I just think they both made the wrong decision, shall we say, with that safety car.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see as the tyres kind of equalise in terms of their wear point and that sort of thing. But Mark is currently driving straight up the back of them.
Yeah, well, there you go, exactly, 109.2. I mean, he's the fastest man, and to be fair, he's 1.6 off Bergen, and 2 laps ago he was 3.8. He has flown back to them.
That restart has really put him in the right place on the track to be able to have some free air and fight through, and he's just really capitalised on that. What was he, 11th, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. I mean, we thought it kind of screwed him almost, but it's come back to him now. I mean, we're on board. Mark has retired, Simba has retired, coming through turn 4. I'm not quite sure what happened there, because Loppy is also impacted there, but let's just keep an eye on it. We're staying on board with the Mercedes and Mark, because he is the man on the move at the moment. Bergen's now... Oh, another safety car. Oh.
So what's going to happen here?
Oh, I mean,
left.
Well, I think Loppy gets a drive-through penalty. Nobody's pitting from the top 4, apart from Jacob. Wow.
Oh, that's...
I wouldn't have done it.
That's risky.
Now, don't get me wrong, Monster's also pitting?
I can kind of get it in the midfield. I think, you see someone in front of you go, and you're more likely to go.
And again, soft compound tyres, yeah, fair enough, but...
Yeah, basically the whole of the midfield is now just gone, isn't it? Jacob's going to have a pace advantage for these last 6 laps, but he's in 8th. So, interesting.
Yeah,
definitely interesting. I mean,
I'm slightly perplexed by some of that decisions. I don't quite get.
Then again, the flip side is like people like Damalak is now going to be super vulnerable, isn't he?
Yes.
So you've got to kind of it's difficult because those 7 uphold softs have still got plenty of life in them. They're going to be a lot slower for the first few laps, aren't they?
Yeah, and there you kind of said, well, Foxy Bingo, right? Second on the mediums, 9 laps, so still good tyre advantage there. They won't heat up as quickly as the softs, but then Bergen, Mark, Vance, Fanning, Manuel Macron, and Dam Busters have all got 7 laps on their softs. They're not going to like this too much, but I don't know.
But these mediums are going to take a little bit longer to come back in again. But I still feel that Fox has got an advantage on Bergen.
He does.
But then again, he's only going to be on, we're under the safety car, so he's only got to really do another probably 3 or 4 hot laps on those softs, doesn't he? So
Yep. Well, this is it, exactly. As we're saying, folks, always remember, Driver of the Day vote is in the description. Do go and do it. Doesn't matter whether you're part of the Discord or not. Do go to the Stropwell link and vote for your Driver of the Day. Now, that might change, it might not. We've got 15 drivers left. We've lost a quarter of the grid. We were doing well, though, Martin. We'd had only lost 2 in the opening 20-odd laps.
Disappointed. I'm not angry, Jacob. Jacob?
Jacob?
You're not Jacob.
No.
I just called you Jacob. Sorry, I was looking at something else.
Better just leave now. Right.
Well, Jacob was the OG commentator, wasn't he?
Well, that's true.
Anyhow, what I was going to say was the retirement rate is now disappointing. It doesn't make me angry, it just leaves me disappointed.
To be fair, what did make me, well, it didn't make me angry, it made me slightly questionable, was when Jacob changed his name to Firecock. I mean...
Yes.
Really? I think Season 8, Jacob, you should change your PSN again, because... Yeah. Anyway. Right. Safety car is in this lap.
Now, this restart's going to be interesting.
It is. It's going to be, when is Bergen going to go? The
last couple of restarts, we've seen a lot of people spinning as if there's not enough tyre warming happening, so that's been interesting.
Yep. When's he going to go? He's gone now. And Foxy's gone with him. Pretty much both of them went at the same time. Mark's following there. Van's up to 4th. Fanning up to 5th. Emmanuel Macron 6th at the moment. Everyone looking to go through there. Fine with no issues. Yep, everyone's got through 3 abreast with one of the Ferraris. Jacob round the outside of Emmanuel Macron and Marine Le Pen. And Ghost Rider is losing out again. It's unfortunate. Oh, he's going to take one of the Aston Martins. That's Andrew. Oh no, he's not spun, but there was a lot of contact. Did nicely to save it there. Morgan and his little Alfa Romeo is in 8th. Dan Buster's up into 7th. Jacob 6th. Fanning 5th. Vans and then Mark. But we've got, Ghost Rider, unfortunate for him that every single restart, he doesn't seem to have a good restart and he falls down the field.
Yeah, and speaking of which, Fox hasn't done great on this first lap. He's lost a second to Bergen, so he's looking vulnerable to Mark. There's those tyres taking a bit longer to come in. He's closed a little bit of it in the last few corners, but still, this could go one of 3 ways at the moment.
Jacob had a bit of a moment coming towards the end of the final lap and kind of almost seemed to drop the rear end slightly coming through, and he's done it again. I wonder if he's just maybe and he gets 3 seconds there, so he might. He's going to go past Fanning. He's got a really quick car, but it does seem a little bit rear end happy. And Fanning is trying to hang on to the outside. He's not going to hang on to that. He made contact! Fanning's gone, and out of the race Jacob's gone as well, and that's his championship challenge out the window. It's rockier than a Brazilian, which isn't very rocky.
No, normally quite smooth.
They are
in the middle.
Yeah. It's like the Alps. Let's put it this way. That is Jacob out. That is his championship chances out of the window. Fanning, unfortunate for him to lose because he was having such a great race. We're not going to get a safety car, but Bergen 1.1 ahead of Foxy Bingo.
That's a lot to do in 3 laps of racing, isn't it?
And Mark's not really gaining anymore. And the safety car came at the wrong time for Mark because he was absolutely on it. And then the safety car came.
Yeah, he was looking really strong here. I'm a bit sad for him because I know that he's been looking for a good result again. I think he had a tough start to the season. It's been getting tougher as it's gone on.
Yeah, so Morgan in 6th at the moment. It's a good race so far from Morgan. Monster back up into 7th. So he is currently battling with Morgan. Damalek just up ahead of then. Womack's there as well. Then Derry Girls and Calvin. Calvin and Derry Girls have both been up and down more times than well, lots of things. So, where are we now? Actually, let's just have a look at penalties just now, because this will decide. So, Foxy Bingo's got 3 seconds. Yeah.
That's just appeared, isn't it?
Yeah. So, Mark suddenly gets promoted into second. Vans has got 3 seconds. Damalek's got 3 seconds. Morgan's got 9. So, suddenly, Andrew is suddenly then promoted in. Mark has passed Foxy Bingo, and Mark is going to go after Bergen for the final 2 laps.
And he's going to get DRS in a minute as well, isn't he?
He doesn't get it. He's not close enough. This rate,
no, but he's going to
he will
for the next lap.
He is. We're just on board with him just now. 9/10 of a second at the moment, but Monster could pretty much find himself up into the podium positions if he can keep it going the pace that he is going at the moment. We shall see what happens there, though. But look at this, Mark now down to 7/10 behind Bergen. Hodgie is going after that AlphaTauri.
He wants that. He's kind. He just desperately wants.
He does indeed now. Bergen doesn't need to do anything stupid. The championship, if it goes to Australia, it goes to Australia. At the moment, it's his now. But let's see, because Mark will get DRS. He's 7/10 of a second, 6/10. DRS now wide open on that Mercedes. Gaining on the back of the Honda-powered AlphaTauri. Is he going to make up the inside? No, he doesn't. He decides to hang back slightly. Bergen looks to get the better exit. Let's see.
Give him a breath.
Yep, DRS. Is Hodgie going to be able to go up the inside? Is he going to make a limited move and he's going to try and go up the inside? No, is he going to... Bergen's round! Oh, no! Bergen is round! Oh! And Foxy's there as well! Oh!
Oh, goodness. I couldn't tell from that camera angle what had happened there. Let's talk about the last few calls.
Yeah, I feel like Chris Kamara. And anyway, Hodgie is coming down into Junkou. He is going to take the win on track. It's not going to be a Bergen Championship. Well, no, it's not, because the Foxy Bingo, who's second, 22 points behind, is gaining 18 points to Bergen's none. Hodgie crosses the line. Foxy Bingo, Monster takes second, a well-deserved there. He was staying there. Foxy Bingo third, Womack's fourth, Vans fifth, Damalek sixth, Bergen up to seventh from what was first, seventh. The championship, 22 points, 26 points. No, the championship will still go to Australia. Calvin in 8th, Morgan 9th. Derry Girls comes through in 10th. Come on, the Northern Irish. Jacob 11th after colliding with Fanning Dunnist Hornet. And the love child, the evil love child of Emmanuel Macron and Marine Le Pen, I think, finished last. So there we go.
I think that's going to get looked at carefully after the race.
Yes,
and there's no need for anybody to get too aerated. It will be carefully examined. I'm sure it will.
It will indeed.
So let's just keep things kind of calm if there's any flare and tempers.
Yep.
No one would have wanted that. Mark wouldn't have wanted that either. So
nope. No requirements for it is racing. It will be looked at as necessary by the stewards. But there we have it, folks. What a superb race. Now, driver of the day for the game was given to Monster. Do go to the driver of the day poll and vote for your driver of the day. Mark takes the victory. I'll try to remember all these results are provisional. 109.2 fastest lap there as well. Monster second. Foxy Bingo takes third. Womack's fourth. Frank is fifth. Well-deserved racing for him, especially with a one-stop coming from 13th. Damalek in 6th. Bergen 7th. Calvin 8th. He'd been up and down a few times. Morgan 9th. It was the penalties that really struck it for Morgan. Derry Girls takes 10th. Jacob 11th. Dunnist Hornet 12th. Floppy Loppy, unfortunate for him, 13th. And then the love child was 14th. Fanning, Simba, Seb Mail, Ryan, Guy, and Call Me the Brave all did not finish. But yes, What a race! I mean, it doesn't matter where you looked at any point. There was action aplenty, and well, leads us nicely into Tier 1 shortly.
Yeah, there was a lot of very close racing going on there, and a lot of it was, I've got to say, a lot of it was like really, really nicely done as well.
It was indeed. Martin, thank you for this evening, coming back to us on some time off for you. It was only unfortunate that you had to spend it with me and my random safety car chat.
Well, the thing is, I've come back to you in your full splendour. You've had what is it, 2 races of recharging,
yes.
And now you're back and kind of you're wound tightly like a highly spring.
Yes, a highly strung snake. Going boing! I'm a boing machine. There we go.
Very highly strung, or at least you should be.
Exactly. So thank you very much, folks. It's 2017. In 28 minutes, you will have the winner and second place from this race as it stands at the moment, bringing you the Tier 1 comms. That is Hodgie and Monster. Monster will be extremely happy to get that second place. And we'll obviously bring you all the results through the Discord. Do go for the driver of the day that's in the description of the video. But for both Martin and myself, I'll be back on Wednesday to do some driver comms for Tier 3. Martin, we will see you back hopefully soon. Hopefully sooner than later. If you get any other free time.
I might even make an on-track appearance in a few weeks.
Yes, that's what we want. That is what we want. But from both Martin and myself, have a lovely rest of your evening. Do tune in to Tier 1 in 27 minutes time now at 8:45. And then on Wednesday, tune in 7 o'clock for Tier 3, Tier 4, 8:45. Tomorrow, we might even keep an eye on the channel. We might even bring you some gameplay footage from the new game, which releases in the Champions Edition at 7 AM BST tomorrow, 8 AM Central European time. But from both Martin and myself, have a lovely rest of your evening.